Hello, people. Welcome to All Things Arsenal, episode 9. So, the transfer window's closed, and Arsenal have just beaten Manchester City 5-1. So, there's been a lot in the world of Arsenal. But the first thing I'm going to talk about today is the Manchester City fallout. A lot has been made of whether Lewis Skelly is bang out of order, whether he's a disgrace for doing the Haaland celebration. But when Haaland was throwing footballs at Gabriel's head, when Haaland was telling Arteta to stay humble, unprovoked, I didn't hear a damn thing from anybody. But now, when it's Arsenal, it's a big problem. People are genuinely hurt. They're disgusted. All we ask for is some character. That's what we want to see. Character. Hunger. Something on the pitch. A bit of personality. When Miles Lewis Skelly decided to show a bit of hunger, a bit of desire, a bit of personality, a bit of Mickey taking, now they're going after him. But Jamie Vardy, he's always celebrating. He's always mocking everyone when he's doing the ego. Or when he's going to Tottenham fans pointing at his Premier League badge. So what's the problem? Is it really because what? The man them are what? Black and that? Nah, it can't be that,
Well,
man. Is
what's
that a
going on
colour
here?
thing?
Is it a color thing? Is it a
I
color
don't
thing?
know, but
Is there a color
it
thing
is
about
like
it? Is there
pathetic,
un,
to
is
be
there is
fair.
there
Then you got your
under
Man United fans literally hurting. I don't know if the Man United fans are hurting because they're seeing a genuine rivalry. Two teams that just don't like each other. And that was once Arsenal and Man United. And now Man United's not even got no rivals. Maybe if they play like Wolves or West Ham, Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace just slapped them. So I don't even know. Maybe those are Man United's rivals. And yeah, they're just angry that Arsenal actually look like people care. They're like, this is a serious team. Because Man City are hurt. But yeah, man. We won 5-1. Easy game. Mars Lewis Skelly, excellent. Wanyeri, excellent. The whole team, excellent. I was a little bit harsh on Martinelli at the end of that game, but he played his part as well. He did do quite well as well. So, well done, boys. So, us as Arsenal fans, we came off the back of the Man City result, hoping transfer windows coming to a close. Will we continue with a Watkins bid? Will we go and get a striker? Will we get a forward at least? Because Arteta, he was he was making all the right noise. Oh yeah, confident, confident. I'm confident we're gonna sign someone. Confident for what? So now it has transpired that Ollie Watkins was in fact offered to Arsenal for £60 million. What did Arsenal do? They said, 60 million? Nah, we don't want him for 60. Here's 40. Villa said, do one. We've named you the price. Arsenal run along with their toes between their legs. And then Aston Villa all but have a deal to sell Duran to Saudi, agreed in principle, and that got signed off while Arsenal were wasting time, not serious. So Villa said, okay, we're going to sell Duran instead. Why are we never serious? Like, don't these owners, don't they feel shame? Are they not embarrassed? You might be thinking, where have we heard this information from? I'm gonna play you a short clip from Horny Orny, the mouth of Arsenal, one of their little mouthpieces.
On Watkins, you know, naturally these things are not easy when it gets to such a late point in the window. Clearly, Villa like gave Arsenal the opportunity to do this deal or have a conversation on the basis of a £60 million possibility. That was something that clearly Arsenal were not prepared to do at that value for 29-year-old who, you know, in their eyes is probably worth not quite that much. Again, debatable points, because somebody like Harry Kane was older when he went to Bayern Munich for like €100 million. So they decided to suggest around the £40 million mark. Villa were being serious when they suggested 60, because that's where they value him, and if they need to make the numbers work with PSR and whatever else, and with the Duran situation on the horizon, that wasn't
they genuinely value Watkins at 60.
Well, I don't know if you think that's too high.
I think it's too low.
Too low? No. So that's what they would have been prepared to have a conversation for. Now that you know, that's something that we don't know if it would have led to an offer being accepted, but the door was clearly opened at that level, and Arsenal weren't prepared to go there. Some people I've spoken to said Arsenal should have bit their hands off and gone and done that in a flash. But immediately when you sort of suggest 40, and they've got the Duran possibility on the horizon, Aston Villa pivoted immediately and saw out the Duran situation, and there was no further dialogue, to my knowledge, of at least of substance. Now, clearly, you know, for somebody that's gone on record as saying that he's an Arsenal supporter as a boy and it would have been his dream move, etc., perhaps Ollie Watkins would have pushed for it if it came close, but it didn't come close, and there was no sort of attempt by Arsenal to go again or be more concrete.
So, we're just not serious. We don't want to get this deal done for Watkins. 60 million. Like, is that a lot? Like, that's not too much, really. Like, you want to go and get Sesko for what, 65? No guarantees. Yeah, resale value. That's all Arsenal know. Let's make a bang for a buck or whatever. Let's make some money. Why? Let's go and be serious. Sometimes you have to overspend to properly spend. And this was a chance for us to be serious. I give it that the deal was first mentioned the day Arsenal played Villa, which was the 18th of January. But surely we could have got this done. 60 million. And I don't know why Ornstein would say if this is not what the club briefed him, because that seems like a reasonable amount. Obviously, if you're one of those people that don't rate Ollie Watkins, you're like, nah, 60 million. He's not that good. He's not better than Havertz. If that's your school of thought, that's you. But for 60 million, I would have bit their hand off. And then it's also rumored that Arsenal went to go to speak to Morata and his agents. Why? Why are we going to speak to Morata? I don't get it. Like, but cool. They went to go speak to Morata. If you think Morata's good enough, cool. Apparently went to speak to him, and then it was too late. We waited till we were in Girona to speak to the Spanish people, and then what? A deal was done with Galatasaray. I don't get this. Is this all PR? Is this real? I don't know. I don't know, but it don't even look good. It don't look or sound good. So I don't know why Arsenal are briefing the media this type of stuff. The Ollie Watkins one definitely doesn't look good. But this Morata, we couldn't even get a deal done for Morata. He went to Galatasaray, wherever he went to. Yeah, man. This has been a shocking window. And then I've said there was the 4 targets. So that's 2, Watkins and Morata. And then Sve Naipan, if that's how you say his name, Norwegian international. We were linked with this guy. But then he came to speak to Arsenal, came, looked around or whatever they say. He was also at the Man City game, spotted there with Haaland or whatever. He was at a game, but he's a young kid. He's assessing his options. He's decided to stay at Rosenborg. But I mention him because before the window started, we were linked with now this Nayapon guy and that guy that City signed, whether it's Ruiz or whoever he's called, Luis Ortiz, I don't know his name. But Arsenal wanted to get him, a centre back. Something to do with, oh, our futures will be secure in the centre back position. Oh my god. Centre backs, left backs. Now what's that Naya pan? Centre mid. Zubimendi, centre mid. We're looking at him. When are we gonna be serious and just put down money for the forwards? I'm tired of this. I'm getting very, very tired. Arsenal don't want to put money down for forwards. It's like an allergy. Ah, yeah, here. Watkins, yeah, it's too good to refuse. Arteta wants him. Here at 40. I don't know. Who do you guys blame? Arteta or the board? I said that's like the chicken or the egg. I don't know. But I'm sure it's not Arteta. It must be the board because they've given this guy a contract. So back him. And they're not properly backing him because Watkins was there for 60. We're saying we're only paying 40 because it might affect business with Sheshko. Whether Sheshko's even good enough is a question that I don't know. Maybe you guys know. Let me know in the comments below anyway. But yeah, so that's the transfer window. It was a shambles. No one came in or out. No one got to shake it about. We dropped points to Brighton. We lost against Newcastle in one of the legs. We lost against Man United in the Cup. And we also drew against Villa. So it's been a shocking January. Very, very poor. But now, today, we have a chance to make all things right. We have Aston Villa in the second leg Carabao Cup semi-final. I'm expecting, I'm expecting us to win this game. Whether we go through though, that is an entirely total different conversation. Because I don't know if we have the minerals. Do some of these players have the je ne sais quoi to do something in that cauldron of St. James's Park? Because we're going to the Lions' Den. A lot of teams have gone into the Lions' Den and been eaten. They've not come out whole. We went there last time. Isak gave us a header, dunked us, and sent us on our way. Multiple other teams, Newcastle and Liverpool, 3-3. Newcastle City, I think that was 2-2 or 1-1. Newcastle Tottenham, they beat them. I don't know if they played Chelsea, but a lot of teams have gone St. James's Park and not come back the same. They've left with a shoe missing. That man got rushed and left the shoe in their hat. So today, I'm expecting to at least do something. We might get punched 1, 2 times, but I'm expecting to land the heavier blows and hopefully, that is enough to take us to penalties. But this is my team prediction for this game. So I'm going with David Ryan goal. We got Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Lewis Skelly. Then Partey, Odegaard, Declan Rice, and then the front three of Trossard, Havertz, and Ethan Wanyeri. Wanyeri has to start. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind that we have to start this boy. He's becoming such a key pivotal figure for Arsenal. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't really believe that a player that's 17 would be leading Arsenal's attack, scoring all these goals. He's on Arsenal, joint with Martinelli. I think Saka's on maybe 8 or 9, so he's probably gonna catch him. But if you just look at this, so Ethan Wanyeri, he's got the most minutes per goals, the most shots per minute for Arsenal, the most shots on target per minute for Arsenal, the shot accuracy, and the conversion rate. So you just know that this boy is serious. He's not a joke. He has to start today. Arteta said we're going for it for minute 1, and that is what I want to see. The very least I'm expecting, if the boys give it their all, if we go out and it's 2-1, but we've peppered Newcastle, then I'ma still be angry because of that first leg. But I need to see today that we don't just roll over. We need the first goal. The first goal today is a must. If we don't get it, there's absolutely no chance of taking it to penalties, because that is the only way I think that we can win this game, on penalties. So, my score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with 3-1 to Arsenal after extra time, and then let it be a penalty shootout victory. That's what I'm going with. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But the last topic of the day, Arsenal women. So it's been a mixed bag over the past 10 days since our last episode. We played Chelsea about a week ago. Chelsea gave us our first loss under Renee Slegers. We got a dubious red card in that game. I don't know what Katie McCabe said to the referee, but she was sent off. 2 yellow cards in about 20 seconds. Sound familiar? Is the conspiracy all the way down to the women's game? Maybe. Looks like there is equal quality being dealt out for both men and women. Arsenal women get robbed, Arsenal men get robbed. Dodgy red cards. But yeah, we got our first loss, 1-0 to Chelsea. So now we're 10 points behind Chelsea in the WSL. I can't see a world that we can do something. We can't do something there. 10 points, I think 9 games to go. No chance. Man United are 3 points ahead of us. We got to focus on just securing second and winning the trophy. And yeah, last game we beat Man City. It was a thriller, 4-3. We also progressed in the FA Cup, beating Bristol City, I think 5-0. Easy day at the office. Easy day. It was that 4-0 in 20 minutes. We just sent them on their way packing. But the Man City game in the League Cup is semi-final. This is so crucial. We also made a signing. Arsenal made a signing. Can you believe it? Chloe Kelly. Welcome back to Arsenal. Chloe Kelly is a gooner. And that's a very, very shrewd piece of business. She seems to have left on bad terms because she said that Man City have tried to assassinate a character. Don't worry, you fit right in. They're trying to assassinate Miles Lewis Skelly. They're trying to assassinate a lot of us. Welcome to Arsenal, Chloe Kelly. And don't worry, we are the home of the misfits. If someone has a problem with you, they now have a problem with us. Welcome to Arsenal. And hopefully She gets to make her debut against Man City and do some damage. We have Man City tomorrow in the Carabao. Well, it's the whatever the League Cup. I'm not sure what it's called. Conti Cup in the women's game. We have Manchester City in the Conti Cup. And that will most likely book a place against Chelsea in the final. So we will be able to get some revenge if we can get past Man City tomorrow. And we also have a FA Cup 4th round or 5th round tie against the London Bees. I expect Arsenal to do the damage and get the job done. But Renee, big week for you because also a North London derby coming up. All the best to the women, and today, all the best to the men. Can you do the unthinkable? Will Arsenal be the first team to overcome a 2-goal home deficit in the Carabao Cup? Fingers crossed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, guys. Bless people.